So before I run the migration, I'm going to try to connect my database to my project. So go to the environment location. Then here I'm going to create this database split payment. So let me go to my database and create this split payment database, new database, and I'm going to call this split payment. Let me zoom this very well. So split payment database, and after this database has been created, the password is also root. Yeah, the password is root. Click on save, and let me now process this migration. Let me process migration. PHP artisan migrate, enter. Oh, we have an error. So the error is possibly due to my port URL. As you can see, my port number is 3306, and in my own case it is not 3306, my SQL port. So let me check my port on my MAM server. So go to preference, then ports. Over here I have my SQL port is 8889. Can you see it here? 8889. So in case your port is not giving you issue, just check your port, confirm your port is correct. So if I click on save now and try to run this, migrate, as you can see, it's migrated. Awesome. So now, since this has migrated the database that we really need to work with, now the next thing we are going to do is user creation. We need to create a user. So this user creation is going to be done from the back end side, or even create the sub account alongside with user creation. I think that works best. That works best. So after the sub account has been created, over here now we're going to use that data to create a user. So here we have create user. So create user. So over here now we are going to we also need to pass the person's email. So that is also very important. So the email has to be passed. So at the moment we don't have the person's email, so those, we are not really creating password, but yet we can just pass it in case you want to create it for a real user. So we don't have email at the moment, so we are going to pass email down to our view. So let's go to our view, our view, and pass email. After we pass the business name, we need to pass the email. So email, then this is going to be changed to email, and email. So click on save. Now we have the email. Let's go to the table again. We have the name already, we have the sub account, we have the email, and the password also. So this password is going to be automatically generated from the email. We are not passing the password separately, so guys, you can do that yourself. So this password is going to be from the email. So let's pass it from the email. Okay, so click on save, and after I click on save, I need to import this model. This model is imported. Click on save, and what else do we need to do? So this data we are sending to sub account area, we are now adding emails. Meanwhile, we don't need to add email to it. So what we're going to do is, before we process this sub account, we need to first take out the email and pass the sub account to his own sub account location. So let's just take out the email from this data we are sending. So in this case, we are going to have another variable. So here is going to be p data is equals to p data is going to be the new data that we are bringing in, but this p data is going to onset. We need to onset first. So onset, let's onset this email, request email, also password. We also need to onset password and email. Okay, we are not even sending password, my bad. So we are onsetting the email, and this data now is not going to be inside p data is equals to the new data that we are bringing in from the request. Exactly. So this is what we are going to be achieving now, while this one is going to be going for this. So instead of name, it's going to be what? The business name that we are sending. Let's go back to our view. So instead of name, it's going to be the business name. And what else? Save. Now the sub account is going to be accessed. Let's see the sample of the sub account. Where are you? Sub account. Okay, it's going to be accessed from data and from data we point into what, into the sub account code. Control C, and let's go back to our code, and we have sub account code. Awesome. Yeah, so far we have done well. Then after that has been done, we can now return the user. So let's check our fillable to confirm this is correct. So we are passing name, email, password, also sub account code. What else are we sending? I think that's all. Name, email, password, and sub account code. Yeah, so that's all. So now we are good to go. Once this has been created, we are going to return this user data. Okay, so click on save, and let me now start all over. Then we have the email now. So I'm going to delete this sub accounts from here so that we can regenerate the sub account along with the user data. Okay, so it's loading. Now this has loaded. Let me delete it and try to create it again from the beginning. Adele Ayadeji. So my email, UBA account number, which is what I paste the other time. Let me copy it again. Copy and paste %20. Create sub accounts. As you can see, sub account has been created with this valid sub account code. So our sub account has been created. Awesome. Nice one. So after this has been created, then the next thing we are going to do is to get sub accounts. So let's get all sub accounts under user controller. Get sub accounts. So over here we are going to get all the sub accounts. So to get all sub accounts, we are going to be getting from our database. So return user all. So we are going to be returning all the user we have to get the sub accounts. So this sub account is going to be on the server side. We are not creating view for that because we have few time to just do this thing. So here we are going to have what, get sub accounts. Then we have this, and past get sub accounts we are going to have what, the sub account that we created in the previous section. Awesome. So now in the next section we are going to learn how to initialize the payments after sub account has been created. Okay guys, see you in the next one.